losing Arctic ice at the rate of 13% per decade due to global warming. At this rate, if emissions stay unchecked, all the ice will be gone by 2040. You guys hear that? Those are the alarm bells going off. And we need to do something right now. There's a dire need to study the effects of global warming in the polar regions. However, because of their remote locations and harsh weather conditions, autonomous robots instead of humans have been used for scientific research. But most of these robots have been deployed in the Antarctic, and the Arctic remains pretty much unexplored. That's because the Antarctic is one big island, it's fairly flat and arid. Robots can use wheels or tracks and move easily across the continent. The Arctic, on the other hand, is a completely different ballgame. It is extremely heterogeneous and rugged. Its variable topography is covered in snow, mud, ice, partially or fully frozen lakes, open seas. So a robot that can move in the Arctic has to be able to move on all these different kinds of terrains, and it has to be amphibious. Well, none of the existing robots can do that for us. But wait, all of that is going to change. Introducing Marco. I'm building the first of its kind, truly multi-terrain and amphibious robot designed specifically for Arctic exploration. What's really unique about Marco is that it uses only one mechanism for locomotion called helical drives. Helical drives are like screws that we use in our everyday lives. They consist of a long central cylinder and a helix-shaped blade wrapped around it. So how does this robot move across the Arctic and help in climate change research? Well, on land, top left, it moves like a car or tank. The blades push against the surrounding substrate and the robot moves forward. On water, bottom left, the hollow central cylinders act as flotation devices and the blades act as propellers. Underwater, top right, it works like a submarine. In that case, all you have to do is flood the central cylinders so that the robot sinks underwater and the blades basically work like propellers again. Another unique aspect about Marco is that it provides you access to nutrient and microbe-rich waters just under an iceberg. All you have to do is empty the central ballast, raise your arms up so that the robot floats up, and you're basically upside down under an iceberg, just like the one shown here on the bottom left. Using these four modes of locomotion, the robot can move on land, on water, underwater, and under icebergs, while taking samples really relevant for our global warming research. Now, what makes my research really interesting is that I get to take this concept of Marco from conception all the way to prototype. At the end of my thesis, we will have a fully functional robot ready to be deployed in the Arctic and provide unprecedented access to global warming information. I invite you all to come save the world with Marco.